we'll go on like 12 whenever, right?
Yes.
Because we
She said we have wrong overlay. I don't know what does that mean. There is no toss. Toss has been done or not?
So we want to welcome you to Mercer County, where the Manhattan Yorkers, they've won the toss, they've elected to bat, and we're just getting ready to start. So after a couple of hours delay, the play is finally about to happen. So the news, the Manhattan Yorkers winning the toss, electing to bat. This is a 7 overs a side game. And of course they take on the Philadelphians. So the news out in the middle, Pranav Chattopadhyay and Danish Patel has walked to the middle. It looks like Abdul Jabbar will be the man to start. And so folks, thanks for your patience, but we're all ready. Very bright sunshine, hot humid conditions here in New Jersey. And we're coming to you live from the Mercer County Park. About, I would say maybe 60 miles away from the George Washington Bridge. And so folks, we're all ready and all cricketers are all keen to get on the green. And so it looks like Abdul Jabbar will be the man to start. So left arm spin, he will come into bowl to Pranav Chattopadhyay. And no Derek Narain, so Danish Patel and Chattopadhyay, the two openers out in the middle. Both teams really want some points in the remaining, in a couple of games on tap today, but we're all ready and set. And here is Abdul Jabbar. And he will start to bowl to Chattopadhyay. And he starts with a wide ball going down the leg side. Things are on the way here for the Manhattan Yorkers. Umpire Mohammed Irfan goes ahead and signals a wide ball. So things are on the way here for the Manhattan Yorkers. And so Chattopadhyay and Danish Patel, who's been at the top of the order, along with Derek Narain, but no Derek Narain in this morning fixture. And so here's the first official ball, and ball into the onside. And so first run off the bat, and it comes off the bat of Pranav Chattopadhyay and brings Danish Patel on to strike. We'll run through the squad, starting with the Philadelphians. They're being led by Corney Dry. And the side includes Ryan Scott, Bhaskar Yadram, Aditya Ganesh, Onkar Zope, Raymond Ramratan, Abdul Jabbar, the bowler here, Deveshwari Prasad, J. Kishan Parwani, Ayush Patel, and Akeem Diwar making his minor league debut. And so Abdul Jabbar, Danish can't score, ball goes out in the offside. Ryan Scott is there, and there is no run. And the Manhattan Yorkers, of course, Danish Patel and Pranav Chattopadhyay, and the two batters out in the middle, led by Manoj Acharya. And the side includes Karan Vasodia, Deep Patel, Yasir Mohammed, Preet Shah, Ishan Sharma, Dhruv Pawar, Arya Garg, and Devan Shet. A good start here from Abdul Jabbar. Just keeping it tidy and tight. And you get the feeling this has been a very cautious and careful start here from the Yorkers. Oh, he goes big into the onside. Could be out. Yep, number 16 takes the catch. And Danish Patel falls quite early without scoring. Ayush Patel comes up with an easy catch. And the first wicket goes down for the Manhattan Yorkers. So their trouble continues. It's 2 for 1. Yeah, we've seen a tidy over so far from Abdul Jabbar. Look at this one. Doesn't go anywhere at all. A cross-batted shot. And a very easy catch for Ayush Patel. So the first wicket falls. And the Manhattan Yorkers, they're one down with just 2 runs on the board. So Yasir Mohammed, he comes to the middle, 38 balls remaining. And Abdul Jabbar continues to bowl extremely well. And they run through for a very quick single. So Yasser, he's off the mark. Just 3 on the board here for the Yorkers. And we talked about the situation with the Yorkers and the Philadelphians. Similar situation for them. They're 1-3, having lost 3. They've only won 1. Ball driven into the offside. A little bit of my goodness. Yasser Mohammed had already given up. And the throw not a good one. So the first over comes to a close. Yorkers batting first. They're 3 for the loss of 1. Yeah, we'll take a look at the last ball. I get the feeling that Yasser Mohammed was all stranded and he had given up. But it was just a poor throw from the fielder. And the Yorkers perhaps would have been 2 down. It's just 3 on the board. So a good start from Abdul Jabbar. And things have gone pretty well for the Philadelphians. So 3 for 1. Yorkers winning the toss, electing to bat first. The game is of 42 balls aside, or 7 overs. And we have seen 6 already from Abdul Jabbar. So Yasser Mohammed will be on strike. And a new bowler here. So ball outside the off stump, can't score. And so a dot ball, we come down to 35 balls remaining. Big swing and a miss here from Yasser Mohammed. And one get a feeling as Parwani, a couple of dot balls for him. Now Yasser Mohammed brings out the switch hit, doesn't go well. So we've seen 3 balls in this over. Nothing doing yet. This has been a very good bowling effort from the Philadelphians, and might be questioning the decision to bat first. 7 overs game, probably opting to put runs on the board. Down the ground, corner dry, runs across, takes an easy catch. And now Yasser Mohammed is gone. Yorkers are falling apart in just the second over. 2 down with only 3 runs on the board. Yasser comes, Yasser goes. And another easy catch for corner dry. So 3 for 2. And that's the latest score here at Mercer County Park. Yeah, look at this. Looking to go down the ground. Parwani making room onto the offside, and look at that, very easy catch. A tall man is corner dry, and the second wicket to fall here. Yasser Mohammed gone. He joins Danish Patel back in the shade, and we're just in the second over. Things have gone quite drastic here for the Yorkers, winning the toss, electing to bat, led by Manoj Acharya. And they've lost 2 quick wickets. So Deep Patel is another man in. And we've seen a very good start from J. Kishan Parwani. He's bowled 3 dot balls. He's picked up the wicket of Yasser Mohammed. And so finally we're off with some cricket here. A couple of hours. We started at 12:45. Because the New Jersey area had a lot of rain last night, and so quite a delayed start. Match reduced to 7 overs aside as Parwani continues. Ball cut away into the offside. Ayush does well to take some pace off the ball, but a single straight away for Deep Patel. And the score trickles up to just 4 for the Manhattan Yorkers, 4 for 2. And we've seen a very good over from J.K. Parwani so far. And he will finish up here. Things have gone pretty well for the Philadelphians. Oh, lovely switch hit from Pranav Chatapalyan. And he picks up a boundary. So into the offside. And that will complete the second over. So 2 gone. It's 8 for the loss of 2. Yeah, good switch hit. Executed here by Pranav. And he picks up a boundary. That has only been the bright spark of this Manhattan Yorkers team. They have struggled this season so far. In fact, both teams, when it comes to results, have really found it hard to win matches. And we saw their trip last week to Albany. Probably not a good one for them. Both teams played 4 games apiece and they came back with just 1 win. Long trip for them, long road trip. And so they'll be hoping that someone will forge ahead. So it looks like Abdul Jabbar will continue. First over went for 3, picked up the wicket of Danish Patel, and here he is to Deep Patel. And deep into the offside, the running is pretty good for that one. And so quiet, having lost a couple of wickets here for the Manhattan Yorkers, they'll be hoping that they can rebuild from here. They've got 29 balls, very reduced game. And the umpires and the officials here, the ground staff, had a lot of work to do. And finally, play is on here at Mercer County Park. So minor league cricket returns to the Mercer County Park. And this is really home for the Manhattan Yorkers. They'll play their remaining 4 matches after today right here. And of course, the Philadelphians will head up back to Albany next week for full run of games. So a lot of traveling for the Philadelphians. They'll be heading up to the Albany area. It's 11 for 2. Seen a good bowling start. Abdul Jabbar, he's picked up 1. J.K. Parwani with 1. And the big question is on everybody's mind as we come for the first set of games here in this year's minor league. How will the wickets play over here? The ball driven into the offside. Akeem Diwar is the fielder. Another player who will be making his debut in minor league. Akeem Diwar comes out of the New York area. And a man who's been around while he's making his debut in minor league. He's been around New York cricket for a very long time. 2 for 12. And Abdul Jabbar Mohammed will come into bowl to Deep Patel. We've seen the fall of Yasir Mohammed. We've seen the fall of Danish Patel. All gone. And Abdul Jabbar. Oh, that's a good delivery. And you get the feeling we are going to see a lot of spin on these surfaces. And I'm not surprised that Corny Dry hasn't given himself a bowl yet. Play and a miss, and that will complete the third over. So 3 gone. This is a 7 overs game, and it's 12 for the loss of 2. So Bhaskar Yadram comes into the attack. He replaces J.K. Parwani. And so we were just talking about the reliance on spin in this part of the country when it comes to minor league. We've seen games here at Mercer County Park and even up at the Oval, New York Oval in Albany. But Bhaskar Yadram, one of the seamer, he gets a ball. And you get the feeling that Abdul Jabbar, because of the reduced allotment by not only overs, by the amount of overs bowlers can use, so he should be done. And now Bhaskar Yadram has been given a ball, 2 for 12. And so like anything else, with 3 overs gone, the power play sessions are done. And here is Bhaskar Yadram. Yeah, not timed well, and Chattapaliam picks up another run. He will go up to 9, and it's 13 for the loss of 2. And we talked about the Manhattan Yorkers. They will remain here for the remainder of their 4 games after today. On Saturday the 13th, Saturday the 14th, they'll play a couple of games here that weekend, and then on the 20th and the 21st, they've got a couple more games, so they'll be domiciled here at the Mercer County Park. And then it's back on the road for the Philadelphians. 4 more games for them. All 4 will be played in Albany. So 14 for the loss of 2. They've got 22 balls remaining. We've seen a good start from Bhaskar Yadram. And so we come down to 22 balls remaining in the innings. Might have been surprised by the call to bat first. Teams will probably prefer to give it a chase. With so much wickets in hand when you bat second, but slice well from Pranav Chattapaliam, and they'll pick up a couple of runs. Every run will count, as we've seen in the Eastern Division, where the average score is about 140, if you can get up to 140, 150 in those T20 matches, then you give yourself a very good bowling chance. And so this one is so hard to predict. Only 7 overs aside. We talked about the rain and wet conditions this morning. Play was delayed for 2 hours and 8 minutes. And so a 12:45 start saw the teams and the official deciding that this will be a 7 overs encounter, with the news that the Yorkers won the toss, electing to bat. No Derek Narain in their squad, and we've seen the departure of Danish Patel and Yasser Mohammed, who came in at 3. Yeah, good delivery here from Bhaskar Yadram, one of those shortish ball. And so this over's gone for 5 so far. They're batting at 17 for 2. You can see on your screen they're going just over 4 runs and over. Under 5. Take a look at this one. It's one of those loopy delivery. A lot of dust on the pitch already. And so, while we've had some overnight rain, pitch was on the cover, so a dry surface. There was only a bit of concern on one part of the pitch. But the 4th over comes to a close. Is 17 for the loss of 2. So Prashad, hero from the hat-trick last weekend, he gets the ball and will come in here with 18 balls remaining, 17 on the board. And so with 18 balls remaining, if they should get to their average run rate for the time being, they'll maybe add another 15 and 17, that's 32. And so the left arm seamer, Devashari Prashad, is really bowled well. He's got 7 wickets in the series so far. Around here, Sahir Bhatia from the Titans stands at the top of the heap on 11 wickets. He's done well for himself. Adil Naushawan on 8. And here is Prashad, who's on 7. In the air, fielder comes around. Oh my goodness. So in position was Akeem Diwar and Ayush Patel. Or it might have been Onkar Zope. Might have been Onkar Zope who ran in front of him, and in the end, no one holds on to a catch. But it appeared that Akeem Diwar was all ready to settle in on this catch. Take a look, and in front of him comes Onkar Zope. And in the end, couple of runs off the bat of Chattapaliam. Now he's looking for a couple of runs, throw to the wrong end. And it's all happening here at Mercer County Park. Always exciting T20 format, but this is a 7 overs aside. And already we have had our fair share of drama. So take a look at this one. Akeem Diwar was always in a good position. And out of nowhere, Onkar Zope. And in the end, it should have been probably an easy catch by Akeem Diwar. He's making his minor league debut. It would have been nice to see the man name on the scorecard, but 20 for 2. Into the onside, looking for runs. Deep Patel turns quickly, but not Pranav Chattapaliam. And so it's 21 for 2, 15 balls remaining. And you're watching cricket that comes out of New Jersey, Mercer County Park. And Prashad continues. And Pranav going down the leg side. Ayush Patel is the fielder. And that'll take the score by one more to 22 for 2. So all 2s on the board. And we'll have to wait and see where the Manhattan Yorker is. We talked about similar points, similar results so far. 1 and 3. They've played 4 games, both of these teams. They've won 1, they've lost 3. Massive strike from Deep Patel. And that has gone over the head of Akeem Diwar. So a massive strike from Deep Patel. Timed it well. And struck it a long way. Take a look at this one in the slot. That's a lovely strike from Deep Patel. And that's gone a long way straight over the head of Akeem Diwar. So an over that has gone for 11 from Prashad. Final ball. Oh, play and a miss. And so the ball passes Aditya Ganesh. And it's gone away for 4 byes. So it doesn't matter how they come. And byes is a signal from Mohammed Irfan. And that will complete the 5th over. So after 5, it's 32 for the loss of 2. A bad bounce for Aditya Ganesh, and the ball goes away for 4 byes. So 5 gone. We've got a couple overs remaining, and it's 32 for the loss of 2. So Bhaskar Yadram, along with Abdul Jabbar, could be the two bowlers to bowl two. And then the others, one each. Seen a big over there for the Manhattan Yorkers, and over that went for 10. And Bhaskar Yadram with 12 balls remaining runs into bowl to Pranav Chattopadhyay and tugged into the onside in the direction of Hakeem Diwar. And so we come down to 11 balls remaining. They're going at 6.3, so let's call that 7. And perhaps the other two over, let's say it goes for 7 and over, that's 14, 14 and 33, that's 47, under 50. And so Bhaskar Yadram will come into bowl to Deep Patel. We saw a massive strike from Deep Patel. He can strike the ball and strike them far. And so he settles and waits. We talked about this Manhattan Yorkers team. It's a very young team. Oh, bowled him. One that kept low. And Deep Patel probably not looking for the lowness of that ball. He loses his off stump. And so the third wicket goes down. It's 33 for the loss of 3. Yeah, take a look at this one. Yep. Died on him. And in the end, got into position. Sometimes there's not so much you can do with a ball like that. So he's gone. It's 33 for 3. So Karan Vasodia walks to the middle. And we've seen a ball that kept low on the one that we've seen so far. And Bhaskar Yadram is bowling at 1 for 5. Comes into bowl to Karan. The ball works into the onside, looking for runs. They come back for 2. Fielder comes in, the throw comes in, and he's gone. So another wicket goes down. Karan into the onside. He will go for 1. And the fourth wicket's fall is 34 for the loss of 4. 34 for 4. Yeah, always was going to be trouble here. Now looking to come back for a couple of runs. Take a look at this one. Eased into the onside, but the fielder came in. And it looks like Devashwari Prasad was onto the ball in one swoop and fashion. Fired a return to Aditya Ganesh. And so Yorkers, they're 4 down with 34 on the board. Manoj Acharya, the captain, comes to the middle. Take a look at this. Easy dismissal in the end. Short of his ground. Karan Vasodia. And so we've got 9 balls remaining now. Successive wickets here for the Philadelphians. We've seen the departure of Deep Patel, and now we've seen the run out of Karan Vasodia. Yeah, another one that keeps a tad low. And Aditya Ganesh. And just making sure that he does his best. Yeah, one of the nightmares for keeper. We talked about the batters. Not only they have a hard time playing balls that doesn't have this trusted bounce, the irregular bounce, the irregular ball that keeps low. Even the wicket keeper. And when you look at Aditya Ganesh, the wicketkeeper, you're not surprised that he's standing back, but he's got his helmet on, and for right reasons. He wants to make sure that he can put all his body behind the ball, including his head. Sliced into the offside. Abdul Jabbar is the fielder. And we come down to 7 balls remaining. Chattapaliam will be the man on strike. Final ball in this over, and then of course the final over. 36 for the loss of 4. A toss won by Manhattan Yorkers, and there's a little bit of surprise that they've made the choice to bat first in a very short game, in a 7 overs game. But here is Bhaskar Yadram to Chattapaliam. In fact, to Manoj Acharya, and he into the offside, so that will finish up the 6th over. It's 37 for the loss of 4. So Cornell Dry, the captain. And we heard last weekend a man who's made his move from the south and now plays his trade in the east. And so he takes the ball here, and he will bowl the final over, final 6 balls. And will come into bowl to Manoj Acharya. Acharya, he's on 1, and you can see that in your card there. It's 37 for the loss of 4. And that's the Manhattan Yorkers camp. And here is Corner Dry. Massive shot from Manoj Acharya. Fielder can't get onto the ball. Raymond Ramratani goes over his head. And that's a big strike from the captain Manoj Acharya's second 6 we've seen of this innings. We saw one earlier on from Deep Patel. Look at this one. High in the air, but he's got the distance. And just out of the reach of Raymond Ramratan. And so a big shot there at the start of the final over from Corner Dry. And so we've got 5 balls remaining, 43 on the board. On the other hand, you get the feeling that whatever runs are made are runs on conditions like this. And so you never know how things can go. Oh, into the onside. Akeem Diwar. Easy catch for him. And this time, Unkar Zop stays away. And so another wicket falls. Acharya has gone for 7. It's 43 for the loss of 5. 43 for the loss of 5. Akeem Diwar takes his first catch ever in minor league cricket. Take a look at this one in the air. Not the distance this time from Manoj Acharya. And in the air, look at that. Easy catch for Akeem Diwar. And another wicket falls. It's 43 for the loss of 5. So Devan Shet comes in here with 4 balls remaining. Still to come, if they come, Arya Garg, Drew Pawar, Ishan Sharma, and Preet Shaw. So Sheth comes in here with 4 balls remaining. Corner Dry has picked up 1. And these two meet again at 2:30, and one is expecting a more lengthy encounter. The real thing. Yeah, slower delivery and into the offside. So Shet is off and running and takes the score up to what, 42? Yeah, 42 for the loss of 5. So we come down to 3 balls remaining here from corner dry. Pranav has come back into strike. And can they get to a 50? So we saw the first ball in the over. We thought it was 6. It was given 4 by the umpire. So 42 on your board. Oh, it's Aditya Ganesh does well to prevent the ball from going away, and so a couple of wides added here. Still 3 balls to be bowled. Pranav Chattopadhyay, he's been there from the start. Devon Shet has just come to the middle. Yeah, I was just wondering if that ball may have gone over Raymond Ramratan head for 6. So we'll have to confirm with our scorers. And another run out here. So this time Chattopadhyay falls is 44 for the loss of 6, or it could be 46 for 6. We'll double check on the final score on that. Scorer has it at 4. I have it at 6. But we'll confirm with the official scores. But the news is Pranav Chattopadhyay is gone now, and another wicket falls here as he has gone back, and so we've seen the 6th wicket to fall so far. So we've got 2 balls remaining. Preet Shah comes to the middle. Will be on strike. Couple of balls remaining. And so we'll confirm with the scores at the end of the innings whether the ball had gone for 6 in the first one. Ryan Scott onto the ball. And folks, if that's the case, then the score will be 47. We'll sort all that out. But we've got a final ball coming up here from corner dry. Yeah, it was a certain 6, but we'll confirm that. So we'll add 2 more to the score when that adjustment is being made. But for the time being, here's the final ball. And it will be Devon Shet, the man on strike. A play and a miss. They're going to scamper through for what could be a bye. So the innings ends. The innings ends on 46 or 48. We will confirm that and adjust. But the innings comes to a close. And the Manhattan Yorkers electing to bat first. They have posted 46, or like I tell you, it could be going up to 48. So we'll take a quick break here with the news. Manhattan Yorkers winning the toss, electing to bat. It looks like they've posted 48. We'll confirm whether the first ball was signal 6 by the umpire. I think it was, but the scorer has 4. We'll confirm all that. We'll take a short break and be back. So we're back. Welcome back. 47 to win. 15 men have come on to the cricket pitch. You might be wondering where 15 men or what 15 men are doing on the pitch. Well, we've got the 2 umpires, so that's 2. 11 men for the Yorkers, that's 13. And we've got the 2 up now. We've got Bhaskar Yadram and Ryan Scott. So big promotion for Bhaskar Yadram. Ryan Scott, we know he will come. And so the task here for the Philadelphians, it doesn't matter if it's a reduced game. Points will remain the same. If should they win here, they'll go up to 4 points. And both of these teams are badly needing some wins. And so Philadelphians will be hoping with 47 on the board from 42 ball that they can wipe this off and pick up a couple of points and then look ahead for the 2:30 game. And so we'll have to wait and see who will start. It looks like wondering if it's Drew Pawar has been given the ball, the left arm spinner. Yeah, he's been given the ball, so he will come in here and try to defend 47. And folks, just to confirm what we saw from the last over from Corner Dry, whether he went for 6, whether he went for 4, contrary to what you saw, the umpire signaled 4, and so that's why it's 46 on the board. So that's the final score. And umpire Irfan did say that the fielder said the ball went for 4. All right, so that settles that. Umpires' call are always final. And here we go. Pawar into the offside, over the fielder's head, and Bhaskar Yadram escapes. So the ball was in the air for a little bit and just out of the reach of it. Looks like might have been, I'm wondering, not Manujacharya, the captain. Can't be him, but nonetheless things are on the way here for the Philadelphians. We talked about not a very good weekend for them last weekend in Albany. They lost 3 games, 1-1. Similar result for the Manhattan Yorkers. They're 3 down with 1 win. And with just a couple of points for both teams. The group is, of course, headed by the Stallions, who continues to have an impressive 2025 season, winning all 4 of their games up in Albany. So they're up on 8 points. And the Titans, the New York City Titans, making a name for themselves this year, and they're on 6. So here is Pawar, and a big swing across the line of a delivery misses. Here's Ryan Scott, and Ryan Scott, very attacking player. And we come down to 46 to win for 40 ball. Drew Pawar, and Scott into the offside. Fielder comes around, gets there before Arya Garg. And things are on the way here. Both teams hunting points. And when I say hunting, they're really looking for points. They want to go away this evening here from Mercer County Park with picking up maximum points. They'll walk away with 4 points should they do that. And Bhaskar Yadram looking for a big one. Well bowled here from Pawar. Ball goes through to the keeper. Pranav Chattapaliyam, the keeper, young keeper. We talked about this Yorkers team being a very young team. Bhaskar Yadram, reverse sweep into the offside, and he finds a boundary. So good looking shot, good execution from the shot from Bhaskar Yadram. And the Manhattan Yorkers having posted 46. So look at that, well executed from Bhaskar Yadram. And they've gone up for 6 for no loss. We're still in the first over. Final ball coming up. So the Philadelphians just asking 6.6. Let's call it 7. And ball punched into the offside. That will complete the first over. A good one here for the Philadelphians. They're chasing 47, and so at the end of 1, they're 7 for no loss. So 7 off the first over, 7 for no loss. The Philadelphians, they need 40 from 36. It looks like Preacher, the off spinner, will pick up the attack from the media center end. And Bhaskar Yadram, we saw in the previous over, lovely reverse shot, well executed from Bhaskar Yadram. And Bhaskar Yadram is such a big impact on this Philadelphian side, or any side that he plays for. Complete all-rounder. So he settles on wait for Preacher, with the Philadelphians needing 40 to win this one. 36 balls remaining, and folks, this is a reduced game. Teams are losing 13 overs a side, so it has become a 7-over game. Manhattan Yorkers opting to bat first, posted 46. And in reply, Scott comes in to strike. It's 8 for no loss. Yeah, Ryan Scott. He's got a new partner today. No Shrey Sethi in the side. And Unkar Zoop has batted at the top of the order. So Bhaskar Yadram, based on his big hitting abilities, have been slotted up at the top of the order. And you get the feeling that the Philadelphians, realizing that this may not go through the batting order, so you might as well get your top batters up and let them start early. Good delivery here from Preacher. When Ryan Scott faced 3 balls, he's only on 1. And so they're asking at about 7 and over. They're going at 6. And here is Preacher. Well, he doesn't bowl, and umpire Dimple signal the famous dead ball. The 2 umpires are Mohammed Irfan and Dimple Patel. Here is Preacher. Defended here by Ryan Scott, and takes off quickly as Bhaskar Yadram. So he comes in to strike. And it's always, they tell you that perhaps it's a better matchup for the right-handers looking to play big shots. And with Preacher, the off-spinner, easier to hit into the onside from an off-spinner than perhaps Ryan Scott. Into the onside. Has he found the gap? Fielder comes around, can't get to the ball in time. And so Bhaskar Yadram picks up a boundary, his second boundary in this game. Couple of 4s for him. Yeah, this one tugged into the onside. Was always going to be a long run for 2 of the fielders. In the end, spliced the gap nicely and gone away for a boundary. So the Philadelphians, they're up to 13. And now they need 34 to put another couple of points on the table. Yadram, high. Yasir Mohammed calls for it, executes a very good running catch. And Bhaskar Yadram falls. It's 13 for 1. Yeah, take a look at this one. Bhaskar Yadram looking to go big. Got hold of the shot. But Yasir Mohammed had to run a long way, and in the end turns back and holds on to a very good running catch. And so Bhaskar Yadram falls. It's 13 for the loss of 1. Well done by Yasir Mohammed. Very good catch. Manoj Acharya, he had Manoj Acharya in his range, but good understanding. He called for it, and in the end Yasir executes a very good catch, and so it's 13 for 1. Akim Diwar comes to the middle, We talked about Hakim Diwar. He's making his minor league debut today in this match right now. And so he comes out here at 34 to win from 31. Preacha's given up 6 in the over so far. We saw a boundary off the bat of Bhaskar Yadram. And so reduced game, 7 overs aside. Batting first, Yorkers posted 46. And the Philadelphians, they need 34 from 31. Hakim Diwar will be the man on strike, a man who's played first class cricket in the Caribbean. And he comes in here facing his first ball in minor league. Here is Preacha. Into the offside. Fielder comes back. Man takes the catch. And so Hakim Diwar falls without scoring. It's 13 for the loss of 2. So ball in the air, and Devonshett. Not an easy catch, but in the end, executed well from Devonshett. Look at this one, a little bit of a leading edge, and it went high to cover, and the second wicket falls. Diwar is gone. Good catch from Devonshett. And so it's 13 for 2 here at Mercer County Park. Preacha has picked up a couple of wickets in that over, so 2 gone. It's 13 for 2. So corner dry. He walks to the middle, the captain. And still work to be done here. They need 34 from 30 balls. Yasser Mohammed, the leg spinner, gets a ball. And all of a sudden, Manhattan Yorkers finding themselves with a couple of wickets here. You never know. 34 to get from 30 balls. Corner dry. Ryan Scott out in the middle. And the US international Yasser Mohammed giving the ball. Seen a couple of wickets from Preacha. 2 for 6. Got the wickets of Bhaskar Yadram. Got the wicket of Hakim Diwar. And folks, don't go away. This is 7 overs cricket. Anything can happen. Ryan Scott on 2. Yasser Mohammed with ball in hand. And it's all happening here at Mercer County Park. Ryan Scott dabs into the offside. Fielder does well. And it looks like Arya Garg, the fielder. And so strike goes over to the captain, Corner Dry. We talked about Corner Dry embarking on another expedition of his, and that is to play in the East. And so he comes into strike with 33 still needed. And we come down to 29 balls remaining. This young team, Manhattan Yorkers, they look like they're up for the fight, up for the challenge. A corner dry on strike. Here is Yasser Mohammed. We'll wait and see if it comes off the bat. They're gonna come back for a couple of runs. And so 2 runs to get corner dry on the go. Yeah, ball into the onside. And so the equation comes down to 31 to win from 28 balls. Yasser Mohammed is been a name that is known around the country. He's played international cricket for the US and part of Major League for a couple of seasons 2 or 3. Similar shot from corner dry, and look at that, picks up a couple of runs. Similar shots, similar position out in the field, and similar results. So couple of runs, and corner dry goes up to 4. They bring that equation down to 29 from 27 ball. Look at that, just easing into no man's land, and a long way to run from Arya Garg. But by the time he's executing his throw back to the keeper, corner dry reduces the required runs to 29, and so they need 29 from 26 ball. A couple of balls remaining here for Yasser Mohammed. Manhattan Yorkers posting 46 of their 7 over. Couple of good balls here from Yasser Mohammed. And so we come down to the final ball in this over, 29 ball. .25 ball remaining, sorry, and 29 to get. Oh, it's wrapped on the pad. The nod of the head from Mohammed Irfan. And so corner dry falls for 4. So the Philadelphians have lost their 3rd wicket. It's 18 for 3 in the 3rd over. They still need 29 from 24 balls. 29 from 24 balls. So we'll take a look at that. The dismissal of corner dry, and that looks plumb. And so Philadelphians, they've lost another wicket. They're 3 down with 18 on the board. So welcome back. 18 for 3. 29 needed from 24. And all of a sudden, with that equation, with 3 wickets down, Manhattan Yorkers, they're onto something. And we talked about Manhattan Yorkers will be here for the remainder of their games. So this will be their home. Preet Shah with a couple of strikes in that over. Why not give him another one? This is his final over. And all of a sudden, would you believe it? All of a sudden, Manhattan Yorkers is putting the Philadelphians under pressure here for 2 points in this game. And Preet Shah will come into both to Ryan Scott. They've lost the wicket of Bhaskar Yedram. They've lost the wicket of Hakeem Diwar. They've lost the wicket of corner dry. Here is Preet Shah. Ryan Scott into the offside. Can't score. J.K. Parwani comes to the middle. J.K. Shan Parwani. What a game we're having here. The Yorkers holding on in defense of their 46. 29 needed from 23 balls. Conditions here makes it competitive with that equation. Ryan Scott into the onside and gone a long way, gone for a maximum. And that's what Ryan Scott brings to the table. He's such a big hitter of the ball. Off the back foot, waits for the turn and smashes it into the onside. Massive 6 here for Ryan Scott. And that equation comes down to 23 to win from 22 balls. Preet Shah, 2nd ball, 6. And Ryan Scott, the man on strike. Here is Preet Shah. 23 to win this game. And so Preet Shah doesn't deliver. And folks, once again, welcome to the Mercer County Park, where Yorkers from now on will be here for the remainder of their series. Couple of games today and then 4 more games to come for them. Oh, ball them, so Ryan Scott falls after taking Preacher out of the park. And so another wicket goes down here for the Philadelphians. They're batting at 24 for 4. They need 23 from 21 balls. So Preacher looking for his third, and here he picks it up. Ryan Scott rocks off the back foot, then misses that ball, kept a little low again. And so another wicket goes down for the Philadelphians. They're 24 for 4. So 24 for 4. They need 23 from 21. Aditya Ganesh comes to the middle. And we talked about the movements by player. Aditya Ganesh, he's another player that has come to the East for the first time. Used to be with the East Bay Blazers, but here he is with the Philadelphians. 23 needed 3 wickets here for Preacher. And we'll come into bowl to Ganesh into the offside, so he's off the mark and running. And that equation comes down to 22 to win. We've seen a very good bowling effort here from Preacher. He will finish up 3 for 13 so far. And we've seen 1 wicket from Yasir Mohammed. So Preacher, Yasir Mohammed making sure that with 46 posted by the Yorkers, that they're making sure that they're bowling for all it's worth. 25 for the loss of 4. They need 22 to win. Here's Preacher. Will come into bowl to J.K. Parwani. He's facing his first ball. And Parwani lobbed over the bowler's heads. Very safe shot. And now they're looking for a couple of runs. A fumble by Yasir Mohammed allows the batter to come back for 2. So 2 more runs here for the Philadelphians. They go up to 27. And we come down to 20 to win from 19 balls. 20 to win from 19. So here's Preacher. Final ball in this over. Very good one. And so that completes 4. So they need 18 balls remaining. They need 20 to win. And you look on your card, there is 27 for the loss of 4. So 4 gone. It's 27 for 4. They need 20 from 18 balls. So Manager Charya, the captain, comes in here. With 20 to win from 18 balls. Philadelphians, they need 6.6. They're going at 6.7, so pretty much equal there. And Aditya Ganesh will be the man on strike. Here is Manager Charya defending 20 runs. Oh, into the hands of Arya Garg. And another wicket falls for the Philadelphians. Aditya Ganesh is gone. And all of a sudden it's 27 for 5. The Philadelphians still needing 20. Yeah. An outside edge found. Arya Garg placed a short third man. And another wicket falls for the Philadelphians. They still need 20. And Manhattan Yorkers working hard for 2 points. Deveshwari Prasad will walk to the middle. But they're batting at 27 for the loss of 5. So Prashad comes to the middle, and all of a sudden it's becoming a problem here to get runs for the Philadelphians. They still need 20 more from 17 balls. Manoj Acharya comes into the attack and he's taken out Aditya Ganesh. We've got Parwani at the other end. He's on too, and here's Prashad. He settles and waits for the captain. He gets a good delivery, a bit of a stifled appeal. It could be leg by. That's how this game is played. You never know these reduced over where it can go. We talked about many felt that winning a toss on these short games, 7 overs aside, you probably want to chase. But Manhattan Yorkers, they've posted their 46, maybe understanding the conditions a little bit better than anyone else. This is their home turf. And so we'll wait and see. Leg by is the call again from umpire Mohammed Irfan. And so we come down to 18 to win from 15 balls. They're batting at 29 for the loss of 5. Ryan Scott for 9. Yadram for 11. Hakim Diwar without scoring. Corner drive for 4. And Aditya Ganesh, he fell for 1. The last man to go. And so we come down to 18 runs from 15 balls. Game hanging in the balance. Similar results from these two teams when they came back from Albany. 3 losses, 1 win, 2 points. And here is Acharya. Not the intended direction, but who cares at this juncture of the game? And Prashad picks up his first runs. At 2 into the onside, looking to go maybe straight or on the offside. It doesn't matter how they come. Runs are runs. Especially at a time in which they need 16 by all means necessary. And so 16 to win from 14 balls. Boundaries will play an important hand here. Prashad again into the onside. Fielder will run around. Preacher! And they come back for a couple of runs. A couple of good strike here from Deveshwari Prasad. He goes up to 4. And takes the score up to 33 for 5. They need 14. They've got to get to 47 to put 2 more points on the table. And Yorkers will play the remaining 5 games after this one right here at Mercer County Park. So they'll be hoping that they can get off to a very good start this weekend here. Second round weekend. The Philadelphians have come here to take on the Yorkers in a couple of games. This one's 7 overs aside, and then the other one at 2:30 looks to be on top for full 20. So the 5th over comes to a close. 5 gone. It's 34 for 5. The Philadelphians, they need 13 to win. So a lot of discussions happening around, and you get the feeling that the Yorkers boy will be discussing as who will bowl the next 2 overs. I'm wondering if Yasser Mohammed has, well, it looks like Arya Garg has been called up. So US national junior player Arya Garg given the ball here to defend 13 from 12 remaining. He will be responsible for 6. 13 to get. Prashad has played a good hand. Couple of 2 shots in the over from Manu Jacharya. And now the ball has been thrown to, well, let's see, Dhruv Patel. So we saw Arya Garg, and look at that. Even the scorers got that wrong. And so it's not Arya Garg who marked his run-up, and then at the last moment they've decided to give the ball to Dhruv Pawar. And so let's see. Dhruv Pawar is bowled an over that went for 7. And so they've gone with left arm spin in Dhruv Pawar. Yeah. Had to make that adjustment, and sometimes if as scorers, if you take your eyes off the game for 1 second, something happens, and then we come down to 13 runs to win from 12 balls. So here is Dhruv Pawar, and we'll come into bowl to Prashad. And he comes down the track, he's gone. And so another wicket falls for the Philadelphians. They've lost 6, 34 for 6. They need 13 in 11 balls. Very soft dismissal here. Coming down the track, not to the pitch of the ball, beats him. And the keeper, Pranav, does the rest. 34 for the loss of 6. Still 13 needed from 11 balls. So Raymond Ramratan comes to the middle with work to be done here by the Philadelphians. They need 13 from 11 balls. They've seen 6 batters come and go. J.K. Parwani is at the other end. Raymond Ramratan enjoying his first season with the Philadelphians. He comes out. Dhruv Pawar given a second over. And so he, along with Preet Shah, will be the man responsible for the full overs allotment. And so 13 to win. And Ray gets a single into the offside. Let's look at the required rate now. The required rate is 7.2. And they're going at 6.5. A bit of a slight gap there, but Parwani comes into strike. Dhruv Pawar. Can this over seal the deal for the Manhattan Yorkers? Is the Philadelphians up for the challenge? 12 runs remaining. And Dhruv Pawar does the best thing, just trying to see what the batter plans to do. Ball into the offside. They go for 1. The throw comes in. Another wicket falls. Parwani gone. It's 35 for 7. My, what's happening here at Mercer County Park? 46 posted by Manhattan Yorkers, and they've got the Philadelphians 35 for the loss of 7. So another wicket falls. And so they still need 12 from 9 balls. And they've got 3 wickets standing. And you get the feeling, have they rotated strike enough? Did they knock the ball into spaces and run? Or they just come out and just Play shots. I'm wondering. Well, the Philadelphians, Umkar Zope comes to the middle. He watches Ramratan. Still 12 to win from 9 balls. Into the offside, can't score. And so this has been such a good over here from Dhruv Pawar. Couple of wickets in this over. One off his bowling, we've seen a run out, and he comes in to bowl to Ramratan. Swing and a miss. And so that this comes down to 7 balls remaining, 12 runs needed. And all of a sudden this has gone up to 10 and over. Pressure on the Philadelphians. And it's the Yorkers who's looking to put or add a couple more points on their table. Still 12 to get. Raymond on strike. Onkar Zope watches the action. And here is Pawar to Ramratan into the offside. They're going to go through for 1. Ramratan will remain on strike when the final over comes, with the Philadelphians still needing 11 to win this one. It's 36 for the loss of 7. So Arya Garg will bowl the final over. And he's here to defend 11. 10 will push this match into a super over. And we come down to would you believe it, 11 to win from the last over. And they've lost 7 so far. Not too sure about the approach by the Philadelphians. Everyone came out looking for big shots. And from the start, they needed 42 balls to get 47. Knock it around enough. And with those odd boundaries that we saw, probably could have gotten them in a better position. But here they are. And they're depending on how well Arya Gar can deliver an over that they need 11. That's a lot. Raymond Ramratan will be on strike. Onkar Zope is at the other end. Here is Arya Garg. Sliced into the offside, runs up towards the offside boundary and goes away for 4. So a promising start in this over for the Philadelphians. Off the bat of Raymond Ramratan, smashed into the offside, a lovely shot, and gone away for 4. And so not a good start here from Arya Garg. And the Philadelphians, they need 7 from 5 balls. 7 runs needed from 5 balls. 6 can work. But they'll be hoping to get 7. Ramratan, we talked about Ramratan. For the first time ever with the Philadelphians, has been with the Stallions over the years. He waits for Arya Garg. Tugged into the onside, looking for a couple of runs. And that's a lovely shot again. A bit of slip from the man at a square leg. Looks like Preacher. And allowed Ramratan to pick up a couple more runs. And so 5 to win. Seemingly the Philadelphians. Looks like they could pull this off. They've got 5 to win from 4 balls. 5 to win from 4 balls. Ramratan, he's up on 8 so far. And we come down to 5 to win from 4 balls. Arya Garg off his long run. Play and a miss. And the ball goes through to Pranav. So 3 balls remaining, half of the over gone. We've seen a good knock in this over from Raymond. A slashing shot for 4. Couple of runs in the onside. We've seen a dot ball from Arya Garg. And Arya Garg, young pacer, runs in from the far end to bowl to Raymond. And another good delivery. They're going to scamper one. The throw comes in. Not a good one from Pranav. And they scamper for a bye. So it comes down to 2 balls remaining, 4 to get. And Onkar Zope will face his first ball. What drama we're witnessing here at Mercer County Park in New Jersey. They always was gonna run. Ball died on Raymond. And a little bit of yes, no. And in the end, Pranav from just a short range can't hit the stumps. And it comes down to 4 to win from 2 balls. Onkar Zope on strike for the first time. Oh, he swings and misses. Their throw comes in. He misses. And they're running. They're running for everything. And it comes down to 1 ball remaining, 3 to get. And folks, keep your eyes. If 2 runs to score here, the scores are leveled. They need 3 to win this game. And if Arya Garg is to bowl a ball that goes for just 1, or he bowls a dot ball, Manhattan Yorkers will win this game. Arya Garg, he gets to the top of his mark. He's bowling to Raymond Ramratan, who's batted well for the Philadelphians. And here we go. The young man runs in. Final ball, 3 to win. Into the onside. Fielder comes in. Doesn't judge it well. And my goodness, the Philadelphians runs onto the field. Raymond Ramratan has won it for the Philadelphians. Gone away for 4. A badly misjudged opportunity. Looks like Danish Patel. And in the end, the Philadelphians, they win. And they win by 3 wickets. What drama we've had in this game towards the last ball. And we'll have to wait and see. Might have been Danish Patel who badly misjudged a chance perhaps that went a begging. And the ball ran away off the bat of Raymond Ramratan for 4. And so folks, there we go. The Philadelphians, they win by 3 wickets. Narrow win here. And we'll take a look at the last ball. In fact, we'll look at the summary. And so there we go. Match reduced to 7 overs and 46 posted by the Yorkers. We saw a good knock from Chattapalliam at the top of the order. And in the end, look at the bottom. Raymond Ramratan, 12 off 9 balls. Sealed the fate here for the Manhattan Yorkers. And so, folks, big win here for the Philadelphians. It doesn't matter, short game or long game. The points are the same for a win. And so they'll go up to 4 points. So the Philadelphians, they won narrowly by 3 wickets. In the end, we saw a last ball that could have gone either way. Big misjudgment from the fielder, from the Yorkers. And in the end, victory for the Philadelphians. So they win by 3 wickets. They go up to 4 points. So folks, we'll take a short break and resume with more action as the Manhattan Yorkers, they take on the Philadelphians. Time slated for 2:30, should be on time. And so we'll see you soon.